we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun.
Hi and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, hi, my name is Rebecca. I'm a 23-year-old stay-at-home mom of a 10-month-old baby girl named Paulina. On my channel I do videos about my journey as a young mom as well as everything homemaking. So if you're interested in these kind of videos, please hit the subscribe button and put your notifications on. In today's video I'm going to show you some fun Christmas brunch recipes as well as a beautiful tablescape. I hope that it gives you some inspirations if you are going to host a Christmas brunch at your home. I'm just starting with some planning and I really can recommend doing that. I started by writing down everything I wanted to do and then also planning out some time. So I was trying to schedule everything so that I just have it a little bit easier. And when I was ready with my planning, I started with the dough for the cinnamon rolls because this dough had to rise for an hour. So I wanted to get this out of my way. So I've just added 1 cup of warm milk. Make sure it's not too hot, otherwise your yeast will die. Then I'm adding 1 tablespoon of sugar. And 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast. Yeah, that's the whole package for me. Okay. Just put it in. Dip. Down. I'm going to stir that for a second and then I'll let it sit for 5 minutes. Okay, I add 6 tablespoons of melted butter. Half a cup of sugar. One teaspoon of vanilla extract. And 2 eggs. Oopsie. And stir that well. Now I'm going to add 4 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I have already everything in here. So I'm just going to add this. Oops. And knead it together. If the dough is too sticky, you can add up to half a cup of more flour, but you shouldn't put in your flour all at once. So I'm just putting in a little bit of flour and letting it knead.
Cold outside, it tingles in my heart. Breathing air that clears my mind. I'm all for a good start.
Okay, I have the surface with some flour. where I'm just going to knead my dough a little bit more with my hands. It's super soft. I'm a little confused. I've never had a dough that soft, I think. I added nearly half a cup more flour, so I try to not use so much flour because I don't want the dough to be hard, and I want it to be super elastic and soft. Okay, I think it will look it this way. Okay, so I'm just going to knead this for 3 minutes. And then I have my greased bowl where I'm going to put this in and let it rise on a warm place for an hour.
A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. No, it's the time of year, winter wonderland. My winter wonderland. It's the time of year, my winter wonderland, my winter wonderland. I wanna sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. Oh, my winter wonderland. Oh, my winter wonderland.
While my dough was waiting, I started with my tablescape. So I've put a tablecloth on my table and added my advent wreath as well as some real fierce bricks. Then I also added some ornaments, some mini ornaments to my fierce bricks. This little gold candle stand with those 3 red tall candles. In the past I have tried doing some fancy napkin folding whatever so often and never worked out the way I wanted it, so I kept it pretty simple this time and just wrapped the bow around my napkin, and that's it. And it looked cute, and I think it was enough. So that's my tip. If you're not super good in folding fancy napkins, don't get me wrong, I love how they can look, but it's just not my thing, then maybe think about just doing it super simple and just using a bow that is suiting the rest of the tablescape and doing like that. And then I just added plates and cups and utensils, and then I'm going to show you the tablescape when it's ready.
We forgot what you came for, and in the coffee shop just next door, we talked for hours on end, and somehow we knew that we'd found something true, and that everything would change from now on. Yes, from this Christmas on, this Christmas on, from this Christmas on, it's gonna be you and me decorating the tree. From
At this time, my cinnamon dough roll dough, oh my goodness, was ready. So I just took it out of the warm spot where it has been rising and kneaded it with a floury surface and roll it out. And this dough was super duper soft. I don't know, but the cinnamon rolls turned out delicious. So maybe you try out this dough. After I had this rectangle rolled out, I brushed some softened butter on top and sprinkled it with my cinnamon sugar mixture. I actually had not enough leftover brown sugar, so I've just used some coconut sugar, and yeah, I think it was just not recognizable.
Holiday, yeah. Haven't seen you in so long, though we text every day, and still my feelings are so strong. How I missed your face. Let's have a toast for the lovers. We'll tumble round in the snow, and my heart's going boom, boom, boom. You're so beautiful. Can you feel it?
Then you want to roll your dough and cut it into 12 pieces and put them in a casserole dish and let them rise for 30 more minutes before you bake them.
Jolly holiday, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Can't wait another year. Just talking on the phone, I'll make you feel at home. Oh, when I got you by my side, what a night.
When my cinnamon rolls were rising, I started with my fruit platter. So I just started by peeling some mandarin oranges, cutting up some pears, a cantaloupe melon, pineapple, washing my grapes, and yeah, then I'm going to show you how I'm going to put this on my plate, and it really turned out pretty. Oh, and I cut up kiwi, I forgot this. I peeled and cut up kiwi as well.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Just wanna have a holiday, yeah, yeah. Let's have a jolly holiday.
Very Merry Christmas we'll have this year. Very Merry Christmas without all tears. Every night, every day is a happy holiday. A very Merry Christmas to you. Very Merry Christmas we'll have this year. Very Merry Christmas.
So I actually tried to shape a Christmas tree with my fruit, and yeah, so I was just layering my fruit on top of each other, and I used a cookie cutter to cut a thin slice of pear into a star, and that's what I used for the top part. And I used some pear slices for the tree trunk.
Wake the neighbors, having fun down the street. Christmas sweets, decorations, wanna greet old Santa Claus when he arrives. Let the reindeer see the lights.
Next on my list was the charcuterie board. I absolutely love charcuterie boards. I was always so afraid that they would not look good at all, but I promise you, I just tried it. I got some inspiration from Pinterest and those good friends, and yeah, then it actually always turned out good since then. Oh, in my opinion. Maybe you think my charcuterie board is not so pretty, but I love them. And guests are always, my guests are always so impressed by those charcuterie boards. So yeah, I always start by adding some glassware where I'm going to put in like honey and jam and chocolate spread and things like that, peanut butter, and then I add the big cheese pieces. I use some vegan lunch meat. You could use whatever you want to. More cheese, non-vegan lunch meat, vegan lunch meat, whatever you want. And then I always add some grapes because they always look just good. And I wanted a little bit more color, so I added some small tomatoes and started by pouring in the jam and honey and peanut butter, chocolate spread into my glassware, and that's it. The last thing on my list were egg cups. So they are super duper easy. My family tried them the first time, and they loved them. And I think for me it is just easier, especially if I'm hosting a party, to do egg cups that can just bake in the oven instead of doing scrambled eggs where I have to stand on a pan right before my guests arrive, when I maybe already in my dress or whatever I'm wearing. So yeah, you just whisk together some eggs, as many as you want to, and add salt, black pepper. I added garlic powder and paprika powder, and then I greased my muffin pan, and then I added the egg mixture into them. Make sure you're not adding too much. I added too much, and then I had no egg mixture left for the last one, and I had a little fail because I poured the mixture into the one that was not greased, but okay. And also they're becoming pretty fluffy in the oven, so you don't want to overfill. Okay, and so that pretty much wraps up today's video. In the next clip I'm going to show you the end result. So I added a frosting to my cinnamon rolls, and my mom brought some breakfast buns over when she came. And I also did some store-bought crescent rolls. I have not shown them to you because you know how to make store-bought crescent rolls. And I added some of my Christmas cookies as well because it was our Advent brunch. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that it gave you some inspiration for your Christmas brunch. And if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me. I hope you're having a super festive Christmas season. Merry Christmas and have a nice day. Bye.
Should old acquaintance be forgot?